In this module, we are going to have a quick overview of query optimization. In Oracle, the query optimizer, called simply the optimizer, is built-in database software that determines the most efficient method for a SQL statement to access the requested data. The purpose of the optimizer is to attempt to generate the most optimal execution plan for a SQL statement. The optimizer chooses the plan with the lowest cost among all considered candidate plans. The optimizer uses available statistics to calculate that cost. For a specific query in a given environment, the cost computation accounts for factors of query execution, such as input-output, CPU, and communication. Let's look at a common example to see how the optimizer works. Say that a query requests information about employees who are managers. If the optimizer statistics indicate that 80% of employees are managers, then the optimizer might decide that a full table scan is most efficient. However, if statistics indicate that very few employees are managers, then reading an index followed by a table accessed by row ID may be more efficient than a full table scan. Query optimization is the overall process of choosing the most efficient means of executing a SQL statement. SQL is a non-procedural language, so the optimizer is free to merge, reorganize, and process in any order. For a given query and environment, the optimizer assigns a relative numerical cost to each step of a possible execution plan, and then factors these values together to generate an overall cost estimate for the entire plan. After calculating the costs of alternative plans, the optimizer chooses the plan with the lowest cost estimate. For this reason, the optimizer is sometimes called the cost-based optimizer. One analogy for the optimizer is an online trip advisor. A cyclist wants to know the most efficient bicycle route from point A to point B. A query is like the directive, I need the most efficient route from point A to point B, or I need the most efficient route from point A to point B by way of point C. The trip advisor uses an internal algorithm which relies on factors such as speed and difficulty to determine the most efficient route. The cyclist can influence the trip advisor's decision by using directives such as I want to arrive as fast as possible or I want the easiest ride possible. In this analogy, an execution plan is a possible route generated by the trip advisor. Internally, the advisor may divide the overall route into several routes or subplans and calculate the efficiency for each subroute separately. For example, the trip advisor may estimate one subroute at 15 minutes with medium difficulty, an alternative subroute at 22 minutes with minimal difficulty, and so on. The advisor picks the most efficient, lower cost, overall route based on user-specified goals and the available statistics about road and traffic conditions. The more accurate the statistics, the better the advice. For example, if the advisor is not frequently notified of traffic jams, road closures, and poor road conditions, then the recommended route may turn out to be inefficient, in other words, high cost. This is a representation of how the optimizer works. The optimizer generates two possible execution plans for an input SQL statement. It uses statistics to estimate their costs, compare their costs, and then chooses the plan with the lowest cost. In this case, plan 2. This was a quick overview of the Oracle Query Optimizer, or of query optimizers in general for any relational database. Chapter 19 of your textbook, the databases book, it reviews or discusses this subject in greater detail. Place special attention or read specially sections 19.4 and 19.5. And I will see you in the discussion forum.